line. I wanted to have a sense of Dolce. I've marked Dolce in this place here. Dolce is my least favorite marking. Why? Because how do we play Dolce? What does it mean? It means sweet. How do we play sweetly? So it's for my money, it's no help at all. And I decided once I gave up this idea of balanced dynamics. Let's make sure that the two pillars of our sound, the bass and the melody, are completely balanced. Once we get rid of that idea, we can decide to maybe not support the melody as forcefully as we would. And so that's where I feel we have the difference. I think it's an appreciable difference between Dolce and cantabile. I mean, if we were to play this passage and it was marked cantabile, I would think that would presuppose a nice sense of balance, of more sorts of supportive sense of balance, so that the upper voice could sing as healthily as it could, as cantabile, as really to sing it. And without overpowering the voice, we want to give it that support so it doesn't feel naked and unsupported. So when we get to this passage, I mean, I love that because in this particular circumstance, the two voices are really engaged. But I liked the way it made the texture work, to think of this as Dolce. So when I consider how to play Dolce, I decide, as we had our cantabile was a very supported and supportive accompaniment to the voice, for Dolce we want to be unsupported, so that the top voice is not encouraged to sing out. The top voice is maybe a little tremulous and fragile and innocent and sweet. So you hear how the upper voice is rather unsupported. Maybe we could play it. I like engaging with the bottom voice as we go along. But at that Dolce, I really like it. That's when we really want to engage with those two voices. So an espressivo, that's my other least favorite expressive marking. When the composer marks espressivo, what does that mean? I mean, I understand it as in a tempo marking, for instance, at the beginning of a Beethoven sonata movement or something. But in the middle of a piece, I think it's insulting. It's as if they're saying, now play expressively, like I haven't been doing all this time. Really? That's how you feel about it? I think the idea behind Espressivo is not an admonition against our usual cold demeanor, but I think it has to do with directive. Well, let's say if we were playing in a sonata, the piano part might, or in an aria, the piano part might reflect a marking that said con la voce, with the voice. In other words, the singer's going to do some crazy stuff here, so pay attention. You don't know what they're going to do. So that's con la voce. And I think espressivo, because we don't have to worry about accompanying ourselves, I think espressivo is probably an idea towards something a little bit out of the ordinary is going to happen with time. Obviously, we're going to play the melody as a melody, unless it was marked mezzo voce. That would be a nice marking, because then it would be to ourselves, or dolce. That would be frail or innocent. But in this sense of that sense of espressivo, I think espressivo is a way for the composer of saying, if we go a little bit outside the bounds, I mean, a little rubato would be good here. If you wanted to make the climax a little bit more broad, I think I'm okay with that. Here it is, espressivo.